This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFall TV in association with Mac the Knife Global. We're in Sheffield here. With me, I've got the newly appointed head of boxing at Matchroom Sport, Frank Smith.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Considering many years ago, you were the T-boy. Were you the T-boy?
No, it all started, when I was like 14, delivering pizzas at TV studios. 14 work experience, 15 work experience. Started full time when I was 16. Nearly 9 years.
So you were doing work experience at Matchroom when you were 14?
Yeah.
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 So tell us,
it wasn't 14. That was my school work experience. I did a week. I worked for a week with my dad, and I did a week work experience at Matchroom. And when I got there was actually nothing to do. Not because it was just they didn't, obviously, you wouldn't trust a 14-year-old to really do anything. So basically that week I learned how to flick poker chips just between my fingers, and I swam every day. That was basically what the first week took up. I remember then 15 I went and worked at TV studios, delivering pizza, whatever needed to be done. And then 16 full time, and basically just anything that needed to be done. I remember one day I was sticking stickers on hats to give away at a show, just literally hundreds of hats, and Barry came in and he just told me I should have stayed in school. No, it's good fun.
but it's been a long journey, but it's kind of, considering your age, how old are you now?
24.
24. It hasn't really even started yet, has it? Even though you've already had all those years of experience being under Barry and Eddie, but it hasn't really started yet, has it?
No, I think there's a lot more to come. Obviously we got another 5 or so years at least with Sky. Some huge shows this year. Loads going on, so it's exciting times. Exciting times for the business.
So for people that don't know, talk to me about what your role entailed before the sort of promotion, if you like, to what it entails now.
To be honest, it hasn't changed that much. Just reason being, I work a lot more on the event side and the financial side and legal side, contracts, things like that. And so it's kind of Paul in our office now works with the governing bodies, does a lot of the boxing side of things, and I do a lot of the event side. So everything that goes with the event, from all the planning elements. So, but the job itself hasn't really changed that much, to be honest. It's always been.
You said you're on the contract side of things. I'm assuming most of the contracts in boxing are kind of standard.
Yeah, just change a few letters.
But,
easy.
No, but sometimes you're in situations where
Some are easier than others. Yeah, some are just
so tell me about a typical example of a non-easy, if that's even a term, contract.
Each one's different. Obviously, co-promotions are a lot more in depth than sort of a normal fighter contract is what it is. A lot of it's all very same. And then when you do a co-promotion, there's a lot more things that come into it, a lot more factors. So, but it's probably we're quite easy to deal with, so we get it done quite quickly.
So this is kind of a new chapter for you in your
getting old.
Yeah, well,
24.
Your career at Matchroom, but sort of moving forward, if you sort of see yourself in another, say, 4 years, where do you think you'll be then?
28.
28, but
28.
where in a...
Hopefully not as chubby as I am now. No, I think we'll see how it goes. Obviously, like I say, we've still got a long period with Sky. Matchroom, not only in boxing, but as a company in different sports, is huge. And over 30 years, they've grown a number of sports, so who knows what else we could get into as well. So I'm just, I'm not in a rush to change anything. I love it where I am. I love working at Matchroom. It's a great place to be. It's good. It's good fun.
Is it fair to say you're Eddie Hearn's right-hand man?
Ask him.
We did. He said no.
Did he? He said left hand man. No, you know what? I've come a long way since a month into my job, I got a final warning from Eddie. He dropped a letter on my desk. Basically, we were filming somewhere away, and I was 16, and I turned up an hour late because I stayed up really late. I got a job. I was all excitable. Got to work an hour late, and he dropped a final warning at the TV studios where I was working on the desk, and I opened it. I just started crying.
Is that the closest you've come to being sacked?
Bawling my eyes out. Well, yeah, it was, yeah. Probably still work. It's probably still there. I'm probably
It's
still
still-
on the final
yeah.
warning. No, so that changed my tune a bit. So yeah, been good.
It's good times.
Times.
So aside from that side of your life, obviously you're venturing into a new profession. Well, kind of anyway.
Profession.
Yeah.
What's that?
Well,
What am I doing?
a semi-boxer, if that's even a
No,
term.
I'm not going to pretend like I'm a boxer. I've decided. Well, Spencer Oliver and John McDonald, our MC, talked me into having a white collar fight, which I'm not at all. That was you who made that comparison. I'm not saying that I'm at all a boxer. I barely know how to jab, but no, it's good. It's something to set my goals on. So I'm fighting end of March. It's very easy in this job to get fat and just eat every weekend and not go to the gym and just work. So it's good to have something to get fit for.
So talk to me about your opponent from Gogglebox.
Fighting Treble G. Not the Treble G. He's named himself Treble G. I think it's George Gogglebox Gilbert. So he's that's the man. He says he's going to knock me out. See what happens.
You got something to say to George right now?
No, not really.
Not really?
I'll string March 31st.
Come on, go all belly on him.
No, well, no, you know, it's a bit. It's not going to say it's a bit of fun. It's looking forward to it. Can't believe you're not coming.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am on holiday at that time. I'm gutted. I would have loved to have come to it. That's right up my street.
What's seeing me get laid
Seeing
out?
you get punched
That's the
about.
thing. I don't think I could never live it down. Basically, in the office, look, this is what I got the other day. Where is it? This is basically, we've got a little group chat, and we all just get stick on it. So Eddie sent this the other day.
Yeah, I'm from Gogglebox. I'm quite so thank you, French people. Not what you white out.
Great bants.
Great band.
Great bants, Edward.
Great bands.
So yeah, it's good. Looking forward to it. What else is happening, Cougs?
Not a lot, mate. Not a lot. This is about you.
It was more about you.
So,
Should we turn it around?
no, definitely not. So, Frank, in the time sort of you've been dealing with fighters, managers, promoters, etc. In your experience, obviously we've asked Eddie before, but in your experience, who's been the easiest to work with and the most difficult to work with as well? And you've got to give me an answer for both.
I have to give you an answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Easiest. Who's the easiest to deal with?
I think they're all quite easy.
But there must be someone you just think they're not going to moan, they're not going to try and do this and do that and say this and say this and change this and change that. They're just...
Hello. You know what you mean on our side or on the opposing side?
No, well, either, really.
You know what? Golovkin's team, nice, great people to work with. Tom Loeffler, got on well with them. They were really good to work with. They're quite similar to us, just get it done. No hassle. Everyone makes it too difficult in this sport. Too many stumbling blocks, and it's easy if you work together.
I suppose it comes down to how much you really actually do want the fight.
Yeah.
You really want the fight,
Yeah,
things are easy, aren't
Yeah,
they?
you don't muck about with small stuff. Just get it done. So they were probably one of the easiest, like not easiest, but good people to deal with.
And on the flip side,
Who could I say? Don't take it personally, whoever I come up with. On the spot now. Mainly the media, people like you know, when you don't get a seat and you complain,
don't have a
and you have
seat
a
anyway.
and you have a diva
I
moment.
don't ever say it anyway. There must be someone in... It's not one awkward one to answer because...
No, because a lot of them we still work with. So I can't... If I say them, they'll go, well, what are you saying, I'm hard work, and they'll become more hard work. So I will reserve judgment until they retire.
Fair enough.
Whenever they retire, then I'll tell you.
Yeah, phone me
that
up.
right?
Yeah, we'll
And then we can
we'll
do
continue
this
that part.
probably in like 30 years or something.
I've already got the title, Frank Smith Raw, on.
Raw.
So, obviously we sort of see, not two sides of Eddie, but we kind of see that media side of Eddie. So you work with him probably more than with anyone, along with, obviously I will shout out the rest of your team, Paul Reddy, Ross, the boss, Garrity, Anthony Lever,
Karen Mazzoni.
Karen, Mandy,
Mandy.
Darren, Fleurs,
Yeah, but they just like Darren and all that.
Gaz.
Gaz Cabs.
Yeah,
Good bunch of people.
yeah, absolutely.
Also,
But how different is that the sort of the interview Eddie Hearn and then the working with day in day out Eddie Hearn?
well, there he is. Oh mate,
Yeah,
we're doing an interview.
yes way. That's what I mean.
No, he's good. He's a good laugh to work with. Look, there he is with Kit. He's a good guy to work for. I get on very well with him. Worked with him for, like I say, 9 years. He's just like he is off camera, on camera, off camera. He loves boxing. So, what more could you ask for?
What could you ask for?
Not me.
That's the diplomatic, sensible
No,
answer.
he does. He's like he actually.
It must be
enjoys
hard
it.
work though.
Who?
It must be like when you deal with anyone every day in that relationship, in that office environment. It
Yeah,
must
but
be.
it's right because if you respect each other, it's easy to deal. You know, like if you respect each other, it's easy to deal with. You can have honest opinions with each other. Like, I'll tell him if I think he's wrong. He'll tell me if he thinks I'm wrong. Like,
When's
same-
the last time you loomed out or flipped out about something that one of you has done wrong in the office?
He
does
doesn't really loon out. Like, he doesn't go too mad. He'll go like, but then he doesn't have a loon out moment. But you know, no, he don't really. I mean, the last time I had, so we did a show in Manchester. When we did a show in Manchester, and the walk-on change, and he went, "I told you I wanted it this way," and but no, it's quickly forgotten. There's no point. It's like anything. There's no point resting on it because it doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
Might as well just get on with it. What's the point in having arguments? It doesn't change. That's my view. There's no point arguing with people because it doesn't change it. It still happens. You might as well just go, well, that's happened. Just get on with it.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's
Fair
not-
enough. Yeah.
That's my view.
Do you ever see yourself being where Eddie is in years to come? I'm talking in a long time.
6'5".
No, but do you ever see yourself in that capacity?
No, I'm sure he won't do it forever. I'm
But is that something, I mean, you've ever thought about thinking,
becoming a promoter.
no, but in 10 years' time or however many years' time that you would like to sort of, that's what you want to be doing and you want to be at the sort of forefront of Matchroom in that way if, I don't know, Eddie decided to take a backward step?
Should we get him to retire? Yeah, I'd love to do it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the business. I enjoy the sport. So yeah, see what happens. But there's so many things you can get into from it. You know, work in TV sales, all over, all different stuff. So not just limited to one sport. Here he is. He's looking well. He's lost a bit of timber.
All right, Ed?
He's alright. He's getting nervous.
That's all right.
In case I said anything.
No, you've been all right. You've been all right. All right, Frank. Well, listen, thank you very much for talking to iFall TV. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Not really. Tune in. My fight against George Gibley. It's on ITV pay-per-view. No. Come down. It's the Grange Hotel, 31st of March. £180 a ticket. It's cheaper for one of our shows. It's more expensive to go to my white collar fight than it is any of our shows. So we're giving real value for money, but it is all for charity. Get down there. And if you can't get down there, catch the highlights on IFL TV. Hopefully I don't get laid out.
Thank you very much, Frank Smith.